Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Jonathan again with the Weekly Scuffle, and I'm here to talk about the Miami Heat and their struggles in that first season opener and what I think is going to happen. And honestly, my thoughts right now, as far as Bam goes, I don't think that's something that's going to last very long. I think I wouldn't be surprised if the next game against the Celtics, which is tomorrow night, happens and Bam goes off. I think Bam just had an off game. Those happen. But at the same time, we do have a bigger problem, which is Kyle Lowry. The man we're paying $30 million to be our point guard, and he just hasn't lived up to that since he's gotten here. He hasn't been the same quality of player that he was in Toronto, and honestly, he's regressed. And from the looks of it, he's regressed even more at the start of this season. I mean, there were reports talking about him working out, being in better shape. And at least the first game, yes, it is a very small sample size, but even in the preseason, we didn't see much else from Kyle Lowry to show us that he was going to be back to Toronto Kyle Lowry. Not better than Toronto Kyle Lowry, just be Toronto Kyle Lowry. And he hasn't shown that at all. So, considering how the NBA has been moving, a lot of teams could be looking to sell come the trade deadline because of the Victor Wembanyama hype train. I would not be surprised if Kyle Lowry is a potential target to move. Some people may not like it. I think Russell Westbrook right now would help us more than Kyle Lowry. I truthfully think that. Granted, I think each of those two players have their own issues, but the way this team is built, I think we need that extra push. And honestly, I don't think Kyle is it. I would love to get someone like SGA on the team. Granted, how willing is OKC to moving him? I'm not sure, but maybe some sort of three-team trade I feel like could definitely be done. You know, we have Duncan Robinson, who a lot of teams like shooting. So Duncan still probably holds some value. You got Kyle. That's a good contract for an expiring team or a team looking to maybe add salary to add some assets like OKC potentially. And we do have some young players. Granted, I do not want to trade Jovic. I actually think Jovic should be inserted into the lineup. I think he would provide a very good playmaking boost. But I do think at the same time that Kyle needs to step it up. If not, he might be on his way out sooner rather than later. But that being said, we'll see how all this plays out and see you next time. Peace.